Hi guys, I'm Rye Williams.
Okay then, ladies and gents, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to discuss exactly what it's like being a postman, a key worker during lockdown, during these strange times. Now I was going to do like a day in the life of a postman, like a vlog, fun, typical style video that a lot of people would do in a day in the life video, but I just thought, do you know what, it doesn't really go with the theme of what's going on at the moment. So instead I'm just going to do a bit of a sit down talk with you guys, just to let you know what we're doing at Raw Mail differently at the moment, how you guys have been and how you guys have been awesome and received what we're doing, the fact that we're out there. So yeah, let's crack on. So a day in the life of a postman. At the moment, I can only speak, obviously, on behalf of what I'm doing and what we're doing in Cheltenham. Could be different in other Raw Mail depots, but generally speaking, everything that's been applied to us has kind of been applied nationwide. Pardon me. So, at this moment in time, we've different people have different start times. Generally speaking, the typical start time would be around, it changes every day, but it ranges from like 6:20 to like 7:20. But obviously there's people that are coming in at like 3, 4 in the morning, going out on delivery earlier. There's people that are coming out later, going out on delivery later. Because what a lot of people don't realise is, people think we just go in, grab the mail and go. Whereas most people, half of their work day is spent in the office, in the sorting office, sorting the mail. So typically we come in at like, just say 6:30. You know, we might go out and deliver at like 9:30 in Cheltenham. Obviously it could be different in other delivery offices. So the way in which they've tried to minimise the amount of people in the office at the same time is by staggering those start times. That said, there is still a lot of people in the office. It is very tricky to keep that 2 metre distance with the nature of what we do in the morning, but you know, we're doing our best. People are trying to keep their distance, people are respecting each other's space, and you know, that's something that's going to probably keep improving week by week, because it has improved week by week to this point. We now got the old hand sanitizer, gloves, a lot of people are wearing a face mask, etc. So I think, you know, the more the cases rise, we're still on that upward spiral. The more people are taking this a bit seriously in Raw Mail and outside Raw Mail as well. So that's just one thing. So we'll come in, do the usual, sort the mail, prepare our job, and off we go. Now this is another thing that's a bit different. Most jobs are paired in two. Most people go out together in a van. However, at the moment, everyone's got their own van, or if you had a van and you're quite close to the depot, you'll now have one of those big trolleys. So everyone's working on their own, which, to be fair, isn't a bad thing for us anyway, because I think everyone would like to work on their own, but for obvious reasons, distancing, when you're in the van, I'm sure you're less than 2 meters apart. So that's another thing been introduced, another thing that's changed, because I don't think a lot of people realise. A lot of people ask the question to me, and let me know in the comments below, they asked you the question. So many people have asked me prior to this, like, so do you have a van or do you walk? Like, do you drive or do you walk? Well, it's kind of both for most people. Yeah, so we drive out to where we gotta go, and then off we go. Now in terms of what we're delivering, this is something that causes a bit of a debate amongst people, especially in the office and outside the office, because obviously we are classed as key workers delivering essential items. I mean, there was police outside the range in Cheltenham the other day. There's police pulling people up for going out and buying things that aren't essential. Like, my mate was having a debate with me, he bought a couple of tins of paint, come out of the range, and the police had him. And you know, we've come to this point in the world whereby you're getting told off by the police, you're getting fined for buying paint. But they're not, paint isn't essential items, despite what he was telling me. He was adamant paint is essential. We need to paint our walls. It's not really. So where are people going to go if they can't go out there and buy things like paint? I actually delivered paint yesterday. I can't imagine I'd ever be delivering paint. It's just something you go to the shop and buy, isn't it? So the more things people can't buy other than food out and about, you know, at those shops that do sell food, they're all going to buy it all online, which means we're just going to keep getting busier and busier and busier. Parcels at the moment like they will be at Christmas. A lot of people have said it's worse than Christmas. So many parcels we're delivering, and it is a fine balance, because yes, we're grateful to still be in work and still earning money, because there's a lot of people that financially aren't great at the moment. They might not be working and they might not be getting the government 80% or whatever applies to them. So for that respect, you know, I'm grateful that I'm still earning money. Melissa, my partner's working from home, but when we're going out there and basically risking our lives, because if we can pick it up, we can either get ill and possibly die if there's any underlying health issues, or we can pass it on to an older person who obviously it could be fatal for as well. So by going out there and delivering something unessential like paint, that's something that's a topic of debate. But then I had this conversation with someone at work, and they said, like, at this point, like 3 weeks of lockdown, especially parents that have kids, something like a paddling pool for the garden for the kids and the sun at the moment, it might not normally be essential, but for that parent's mental health, they might be close to a mental breakdown. The kids might just be driving them wild, and then they might just think, because the kids are really annoying them, they just might let the kids out and go and play with their friends outside, which would completely demolish anything we're trying to do at the moment. So by keeping them in the garden, in a paddling pool, not only is it keeping them safe, it's keeping the parents mentally stimulated. So I kind of see it from both sides of the spectrum. You know, we're risking our lives delivering a paddling pool, which on paper is not essential, but on the other hand, this, I mean, I can't honestly, I know it's, what's it now, it's Good Friday today. I'm just wearing my Postman top for effect. It's sad really, I'm filming a video on Good Friday morning. I've not even got my real shorts on, look at these. I like lost property PE shorts on, but for the effect, for you guys to know you're chatting to an illegitimate postman, I thought I'd wear my top. Anyway, back to the topic on hand. So there has been a bit of a debate. You know, yes, we should be delivering essential items. We should be delivering NHS letters. We've had letters from the government. We should be delivering food items. We should deliver to the older generation that can't get out. But where do you draw the line? I mean, last week I still had parcels from China. I still had posters, that sort of thing. So you're kind of like, Raw Mail's not making money through the typical advertising means, you know, the door-to-door leaflets, menus, like restaurants, like they would send out menus and stuff. They make a lot of their money from advertising mail. They're not getting that at the moment. And for our own job security and to keep a company like Raw Mail going, they need to be, you know, continuing in other ways. So parcel seems to be the thing, and so long as we're following the protocols implemented onto this one, most of you know when we get a parcel, and if you see us approaching you with a parcel or even with mail, do not come to that front door, do not open the door to collect the parcel, to collect the mail. It's absolute madness now that people do it all the time, and I'll be honest, it annoys me normally when I go to put mail through a door, and just as I'm putting that mail through the letterbox, someone opens the door. I kid you not, I almost lost my arm one day. I had my letter going through the door, they open the door, and I'm like, could have snapped my arm off. Don't do it anyway, especially don't do it now with a 2 meter distancing. You don't need to open the door for mail. If it's anything to sign for, we sign for it for you. If it's a big parcel, we'll ring your bell, knock the door, whatever, it'll be on the step. We'll step a couple of meters back, check that you're in, check that you've collected it. We'll give you there you go, thank you very much. You'll collect your parcel, in you go, everyone's safe. We're not putting you at risk, you're not putting us at risk, and happy days. So I think by this point it's probably common knowledge, but you'd be surprised there's still people that come up to me to collect their mail, say they're cleaning their car or whatever, and I have to explain, look, I'm not being rude, it's not you, it's not me, it's social distancing going, you know, I'm going to put your mail right now on this plant pot and you are welcome to collect it. Have a nice day, enjoy the sun. Old Rye is off to deliver the rest of the mail. You know, I'm not being rude, we're not being rude, it's just common sense at this particular time. So let's go over what's different at the moment so far. So yeah, different start times, staggered start times. That'll probably be even more That's going to be even more, what's the word, the volume's going to be turned up on that next week apparently. You know, people are going to be getting in later and later and earlier, and there's going to become a bigger gap, so there's no crossover. That's a way in which we've tackled social distancing inside. See, everyone, people that aren't posters, they think about us out and about in the streets. They don't think about the first half of our day when we're in a tiny little depot together. So that for me was the main concern, and thankfully that's being addressed. So good work there. The next one, obviously 1 person per van, per trolley, whatever, everyone's working on their own, which, okay, don't take it out of context. Obviously it's awful that lockdown's going on and the reasons why lockdown's going on, but in terms of ease of the job, it's been quite nice to have quiet streets and stuff, just to go about your day. It's very relaxing on your own. So work, despite being very busy, full of parcels as I mentioned, it has been like, I was stuck inside for 2 weeks. I got sent home a couple of weeks ago because a family member, Melissa, basically showed symptoms, and I had to stay home. Like, as much as I enjoyed some of that free time to crack on with other stuff, after a couple of weeks of being inside the same 4 walls, inside your house, I do think it tests your mental strength, because you almost feel like you're getting anxiety. It's weird. You just need to get out of the house and out and about. So it's been nice, especially whilst the weather's been glorious, to get out and about and to actually make a difference. You know, we're not NHS staff, we're not saving lives, but we are keeping the country moving. Is that a bit of a cheesy cliche? We are contributing in the ways in which we can. I know there's posters that have gone to pick things up for elderly people and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't encountered anyone that's needed me to get them anything, but if you do need me to get you anything, give me a shout, because I'm happy to do so long as neither of us are putting each other at risk. So yeah, what else was there? Yeah, parcel on the step. We generally have hand sanitizer, we have gloves, but gloves apparently are ineffective unless they're changed every couple of hours. They're basically like having your regular hands out. So you've got to make sure you're changing those gloves. But yeah, typical day of a postman, pretty much, for me, hour-wise, is pretty much the same. It's business as usual. It's just we're implementing those particular things at this moment in time. I'm trying to think if I've forgotten anything. I've probably forgotten something major, not good. Let me know in the comments below anyway. If you are a postman, let me know what your office has done to adapt to this way of living, way of life, way of work. If you're just an everyday person and you want to know anything about what we're doing, something I haven't covered, drop me a comment below. Most people have been awesome. I've seen loads of signs on windows and on doors thanking us posties for being out there still and working, so thank you very much. That's one thing I will say as well. If ever there was any doubt on the image of Raw Mail, or how the postman was once a well-respected person, and over the years they've kind of just become like any other courier driver, courier, delivery man, I definitely think this has shown why maybe Raw Mail is a bit different, and why I think some of that respect, some of that good feeling towards the postie has returned. I'm definitely feeling warmth, love and happiness every time I don't speak to you face to face, but I might speak to you through the window, from a distance or whatever. Everyone's been awesome. The past week at Raw Mail, despite being a bit difficult, a bit awkward, you know, things being a little bit more complicated and harder to, something that would normally be easy has become a bit more complicated. Once you're out and about, once you're there, pounding the streets, delivering the mail, the momentum's going, I've enjoyed it, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I think, you know, should I be doing more with my life? Obviously I do other things as well. I really want to build this YouTube channel. I've got my chow chows, and I do some other bits and bobs online, but this is never going away because it's an enjoyable job, and it still is that way at the moment, and I hope things do improve. I hope people haven't been too badly affected. There's people that stupid thing to say, right? Stay safe, peeps. Stay home. Also stay active though. Keep mentally stimulated. Follow the guidelines. Follow the rules. I know we all like to break the rules, but it's for everyone's good, isn't it? So drop me a comment below, peeps. Like the video if you like the video, and subscribe, because if you've seen the Britain's Got Talent advert, there's a very embarrassing looking guy, very tight red trunks, and I'm not sure, they might not show the audition. I don't know, they might not show the audition, but in case they do, check it out. I probably should cut that bit out because they probably won't show it now, it'd be really embarrassing. But either way, I've been Ryan the Guy, the Postman, former / currently inactive wrestler and YouTuber. So hopefully I'll see you soon for another video. Oh yes.